What's going on? Back plugged in again. With your boy the Prophet. Hey yo, what's the word? What's the move? Hey yo, listen, we're gonna be live tonight. Gameplay drops an hour and a half after reset. So just think, whenever the banner comes tonight, we're talking about tonight, like this night right here, as this video is coming out. Whenever banner reset for you is, expect gameplay an hour and a half after that. Alright, so I'm gonna be streaming, and I know y'all gonna be asking. We about to be popping out. Hope you guys do the content. Let's go ahead and get it lit. Just drop my shit.
They left a nigga down bad, I had to come up. And hustle from the night down into the sun up. I had to switch up, nigga, no, I ain't mad at you. I just had to come up and look at just what that bag of do. I charged into the game, cause I said I won't complain. Ain't been no sunny days, I had to get it out the rain. Look.
Back plugged in again. All right, y'all, listen. All right, so I got a little bit of news for you guys today. Just something interesting that I found looking through some of the stuff that Soldex has uploaded in the past, well, since last night. So we'll go ahead and get into it. Boo. All right, so what we're looking at here is basically the game files, like the artwork, right? Like the game files, but specifically artwork, right? And in the past, characters that have shown up in the artwork, like prior to them coming out, have actually been released. So right here, I just kicked my thing. Right here we see Asnot. He is, I'll zoom in on this a little bit so you guys can see it a little bit better. But I will have to zoom out in a minute. There you go. Alright, and as you guys can see, like, first of all, that's a hilarious ass face for Asnot. First of all. So basically what does this mean? Like, one thing here. Uryu, there's first of all 1,000-year blow war Rose Otoribashi, Rojuro Otoribashi, and then the madman of Sclavare, Quilgay. What is it? Opai or Opaya? Whatever. I really think Quilgay and Asnot will be the next 1,000-year blow war banner. Quilgay is the SternRitter that Ichigo fought, and yeah, like Quilgay is insane, bro. Scalavare, what's that one thing? Ranzo 10 guy, yeah, like see a miter right there, and then that's base form Quilgay. So yeah, Quilgay fights Ichigo at the beginning of the 1,000-year blow war. Not like the very first person he fights, but I just want to show you guys too, like some of the other characters that it has shown, like in the story art. Shout out to the man Soldex. BBS Simulator will be linked. I'll link his Patreon too, man, cause Soldex works so hard, bro. He's so humble. Hold up one second. Where was that? Yeah, Shunsui, bro. There were so many people. Can't Fair and World, Kenny, Shunsui, Candace showed up in here a while ago. So yeah, man, a lot of really crazy information that actually showed up there. For a lot of you guys that don't know, I'll just put this into focus for you guys a bit. Alright, so here's Quilgay. Like I said, when he was first seen, he was basically smacking on the Tres Bestia in Hueco Mundo, and that's essentially what he did. He ended up fighting Ichigo, using his vault standing. That's him using his vault standing. Ichigo is pretty much kind of smacking him around a little bit. Even though he was still really strong, like it was still a good battle, but Ichigo was still like shown to kind of like overwhelm him or whatever. Then he has this ability that pretty much like it's an old generation Quincy move, and like that's the thing about Koge is he knows like all the old generation Quincy moves, like he knew about Soken Ishida, which is Uryu's grandpa, that like he was like one of the last ones that you know, used like the old Quincy techniques, and he was just talking about like, oh yeah, like let steal. That's what Uryu used versus Mayuri. He's like, let steal is like the old Quincy thing. Like nobody uses that. Like that shit's outdated or whatever. So he still uses like a lot of the old things. And this was actually him using Sklaverei, which basically like that's like the German word for slavery. But yeah, like he ended up one shot in the Tres Bestia, and then well, he didn't one-shot him, but he pretty much off-screened him, like I showed you guys earlier. And then they basically come back and they bring out Ion. Ion freaking brutalizes this man. I'm talking about, bro, pounds him down, bro, twists his neck, and just like breaks his neck and just drops him down completely. And then once everybody like turns their focus off of him, he went ahead and used Sklaverei, and he took control of Ion. And then like he got this super uber like crazy ass form that you see him in right here. Yeah, man, it was really crazy. And his script is J for the jail. And yeah, so he ended up like him and Ichigo ended up fighting. Then if I'm not mistaken, I won't say who stabbed him from behind, because that was like at the time that was like this big huge thing. But yeah, and then he ends up putting Ichigo in jail. Like that was his whole thing. Like he used Ranzo Tengai. So if you guys remember, that's what Uryu used after Mayuri had him completely busted up. Like Uryu was completely busted up in his fight against Mayuri, and then he had to go ahead and use Ranzo Tengai, which is like this basically ability that like it lets Quincy's like manipulate reishi strings like puppets. Like, so even if their bones are broken, they can still fight. Like they can still continue to fight even past like the regular physical points. So they can basically use Ranzo Tengai like in like it's basically holding their bones together. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then that he basically did that. Then he hit Ichigo with the jail move, which is his whole shtick, his whole script, you know what I'm saying? So he Ranzo Tengai, and then he hit him with the jail. And this is actually where Ichigo was for like a while. Like the large part of the first invasion, Ichigo was basically trapped inside. Well, ain't that a bit? Ichigo was trapped inside of his jail. So I'm very frustrated. But yeah, so basically, like I said, that's pretty much like who I wanted to talk about. Like, I don't know if a lot of you guys knew about him or whatever. Like, I know a lot of you guys didn't read 1,000 Year Blood War. So yeah, I always like to kind of be informative and to kind of like give information without spoilers. Like, I don't like to like ruin direct context, rather than like just give you like a synopsis of like what actually happened or whatever. But yeah, so basically, that is who Koge is. He's like the Quincy that like knows, like I said, like once you're in this jail, this prison or whatever, it's basically impossible to break out unless you're a Quincy. So yeah, it's not made for like, it's not made to like keep Quincy's and stuff like that. Because obviously the Quincy's are his like friends, are his comrades. But yeah, so that basically is that. And like I said, Asnot is a whole entire thing on his own, for real. Yeah, Asnot is the one who fought Byakuya. And I would actually imagine if Asnot actually comes into the game, they would actually have to put him in his vault standing, because he does have a vault standing to use, or he could use someone's Bankai. But I think they'll just put him in vault standing. And yeah, and just kind of call it a day. But like I said, man, this is a weird ass picture. Like I said, man, shout out to the boy Soldex to go, and make sure you guys support the homie Soldex. He does a lot for the community. His Patreon and a link to the BBS simulator will be linked in the description. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna summon on the BBS simulator before this banner starts. So yeah, I guess we can do that tonight on stream. But don't forget to like, subscribe, Prophet Nation. I do love y'all, but I'm out.